What's up? You want to take the lead, man? It's on yours.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Beat is the Rockstar, super obvious, and we are going to be talking about Power Season 5, Episode 4, and I have some people with me.
Y'all know who it is, your boy, C.M.P, a.k.a. catch me at grownman84 on Instagram.
Word. Werds Illah. You can find me on Instagram at Werds Illah. And also subscribe to the channel on YouTube, the Werds Illah podcast. So let's get into it, man. The episode, how do we feel overall? Let's just give a quick overall. How do you like it? Did you like it? Do you think like it was not enough?
I think that the episode was. We're keeping this like pretty quick and simple for this part, right?
Yeah.
I think the episode was pretty much good.
Okay.
I think it is good for the story as it progresses later on.
Right. Okay.
I feel the same way. It's a great, it was a great episode. I don't think it was a per se filler like the rest of them. I think it was a good episode.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're getting a lot deeper into each character, and as far as like the things they're dealing with and the things that they're trying to do. Like they're all the things they're trying to like deal with right now, because a lot of them have different things that they're dealing with. I mean, we saw especially with Ghost. I mean, him grappling with the mourning of his daughter's death, or the lack of him actually dealing with it anyways.
It's trying to get to him.
It got to him. In this episode you can see he's a lot more flustered than normal. He's usually a lot more composed and a lot more able to like keep himself together. This episode, I mean, he couldn't do it. It's just too much going on. So,
and that probably won't be the end of that. There's probably going to be more situations or like imagery where it's like it shows that he's kind of like losing his shit right now. Yeah. He's not on top of it. There'll be more.
He ain't completely broke down yet, but you're seeing this. You see it's starting to get to that point where he is starting to break down.
Yeah.
And he's losing all control of his emotions and everything.
Which is a bad thing, when it comes to how he is, what he's normally done in those situations. But it could be a good thing in the end, if he actually starts to deal with some things. But we see what he did, in the first episode when he killed old boy, So him being in this kind of vulnerable state may not be a good thing.
Overkill.
But we saw how it progressed for him. We finally got to see him meet with Angela. So, that was good. That might level him out some. But then we see Tommy. Man, Tommy is still unsure about Teresi, but he's still like involving Teresi in certain things.
He's doing this.
He's getting a little too attached to the situation, and it's a lot. I don't know what Tommy's gonna do right now, man, because he's got a lot on his plate. And Kanan's coming for him too. So
yeah, that dude Kanan, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he's like a snake in the grass with the grass cut.
All right, so I guess we could talk about that. So in this episode, he tries to hire two guys to shoot blanks at Tommy and everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And last second, the two guys, do you know their names by any chance? These two guys,
dope
two
boys.
henchmen.
You're gonna say the dope boys.
Yeah, the two guys.
Dope
They decide to use live rounds, and hey, I'm just gonna scare them. I'm not gonna hit anyone. So they load their guns up with real ammunition, and they start shooting at Tommy and everyone. Someone gets shot like in the leg.
Yeah, somebody gets shot in the leg.
I think it wanted the
like the back of their leg.
I don't remember who.
No, it wasn't the boss. It wasn't the boss.
No, I don't remember who it was though.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was either, actually.
But,
Damn. Yeah. then Kanan's in the cut, and he just pulls up, and he kills both of the dudes on spot, And that shows to me that was his plan the whole time. He was trying to find his way in to get with the Italians.
Maybe he's just like they didn't do what he said to do, so maybe he just killed them because of that.
That's what I'm thinking too. See, I'm thinking
I'm in the middle of
because
I'm thinking exactly what you're saying, because
it did kind of the look on his face was kind of like, oh shit, I know I was gonna have to do this, but he knew what he had to do. See, Kanan doesn't hesitate. When a moment calls for it, he knows something needs to be done, regardless if it means somebody has to die, he'll do it. He's into it. Like if it's gotta happen, he'll go.
He's your definition of a real street dude.
Yeah, he goes.
He goes by the laws of the streets.
Mm-hmm. And he knows you can't do stuff like that and just expect it to not come back to you. So he ties up loose ends, so to speak, before they even get loose. Like before that shit can even untie, he's like, nope, cut it.
Maybe he like wanted them to use the blanks and that happened, but since it went south, he had to like shut them up. But then also killing them like that would give him points, so it's kind of like a bonus.
Yeah. Right.
So it's kind of like maybe both of what we thought would happen. And maybe that's the case on both ends.
And then also, even outside of that, if you see what he's doing, he's starting to turn Tommy and Ghost against each other again.
Oh yeah.
Because Tommy had told him, I don't know if he told him, but he was trying to keep, to keep Tony away from Ghost even knowing. But what does 50 do? Kanan, my bad. What does Kanan do? Oh, isn't your father out? Won't you get him? And then Tommy looks at Kanan like, so all that going on, and then
let's talk about Dre intervening in this Queen's Daughters project and being now the second face of this.
That was the biggest curveball.
Yeah,
of the episode.
that threw me for a curve. Okay,
that was all on Rashad.
Now I was like, wow, because it didn't seem like he was gonna do it. Because when he first met with Rashad the first time, he was like, no, I got other things to do. Like, why would I do that? Da 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 da. But then when Dre was kind of in a sour spot, he was in this place where he didn't know what was gonna happen because of the Jimenez and what happened with them.
Clink clink.
He looked at it and was like, you know what? Actually, I got an idea. He told Cristobal, yo, I got somewhere that I gotta go, man. Drop me off. That's when you see Rashad brings Ghost into the office to meet with the board, and who's standing in there? Dre. And he sees him, and the first time they see each other like that face to face in a while. So when you see it, it's like, whoa.
What about the subtlety on Ghost's face, like trying to like,
and the words they both used when Dre was talking and discussing or saying what he was saying, his so monologue. Sarcastic. Yeah, the way he was saying, things about Ghost, like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. Like just the way he was like letting him know, like, look, you thought you had me. You thought I couldn't get in these positions.
It's kind of like a smile on your face.
Yeah. And then on top of it, Rashad is, he can give, he can give two shits about either one of them dudes. He know they got issues, but he's looking at what can I do to better my situation and get to where I want. Okay, I got two dudes from the streets. I got an old head that's been in the game for a long time. Right. Now I got a young, I got a young dude that's on his way to be where the old head is. Yeah. And it's genius. It's messed up, but it's genius.
But did you see the way that Ghost looked at him?
Rashad is scared, bro.
Yeah, the way he looked at him, he said, he was like, yeah, I want to thank you for bringing us together. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
And he just looked at him like, I'll never forget that.
And everybody's so focused on what Ghost is going to do to Dre. Now you have to realize there's somebody else he's going to end up probably trying to take out too, which is Rashad. But see, he can't take him out by a gun. He has to take him out on a more political.
Yeah, he's got to get up here. Yeah, he's got to take him out in another way. Yep. But Ghost can't do it if he doesn't deal with the morning, just the way that situation that him and Tasha had in the closet. When she's telling him, like, she broke it down to him, like, look, if you don't deal with this stuff, it's gonna kill you. Like, it's gonna eat you alive. Like, you're never gonna understand what she meant to us if you just keep looking at her as something that you lost.
Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about that, so that part, what do you think is gonna happen with Ghost, especially since, like, all the stuff that Tasha said, like how she's gone. Now almost Ghost is at this point now to where if he wanted to, he can go real dark with all this like business street shit he's doing now because he doesn't have any baggage.
But he's not going to do that. You know why? Because Angie called him.
There you go. See, that's what I was saying. I think is big part that happened was I think the reason why they did that, because they know to keep the show going. They can't have him going crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll ruin the whole show. He'll get locked up or some extra stuff will happen. Everybody will end up getting killed.
Shit, he already went crazy a little bit ago when he killed dude. Yeah. What did he do? He hit him with the. He hit him with the.
But see, that's only because Angie hadn't called him back.
Yeah.
If Angie would have called him back previous episodes, he would have never stabbed that guy. Yeah. He thought killing that guy was going to like. I don't know if it's going to help him deal with
the pain less.
He needed some Angie in his life, and he ain't have it. He was like he was strung out. It was like he ain't had his fix in a while.
He needed that fix. He needed to fix that Angie.
And so that's why he did that. That's why he killed that drunk driver.
He only killed the drunk driver because he didn't get to talk to Angie. So it's not on Ghost's fault.
Yeah.
It's not on Ghost. It's on
No,
Angie.
it's definitely not her. It's not her fault at all. That's
Hey,
him.
stop talking about Angie.
He's crazy. He's fucking crazy. But anyways.
Oh, so
and then
wait. How much better would the episode have been if you guys got to see your girl? She wasn't in this episode.
Lala. Oh man.
I don't know. Is that her? Is that her
I
name?
think-
You guys don't know her name?
I
Is that her
I
name?
forgot what
Keisha.
her. Yeah, Keisha.
It's gonna happen a lot during the episode because we didn't see Tariq.
No, Tariq got sent off to school.
I know, but I'm saying they didn't show anything about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause
He
he
wasn't even at all.
Yeah, because
Right.
he got sent off to school though,
Yeah,
so
he's
you
at
probably
Choke.
ain't gonna really see him like that.
But yeah, he'll probably. I think that might have been like the plan. You know what I'm saying? For the whole show is let's start developing this storyline that's happening with the people that are in it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, immediately.
Yeah,
And these people have a lot going on.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but
Tariq is going to be in it though, because you can't deny what's already happened and what he's been involved in.
And now he knows the truth.
Oh yeah, he knows a
The
lot.
complete truth.
He knows a lot now.
Yeah.
And the thing with Keisha, Tommy ain't over her.
Oh, not at all.
Definitely
So,
not.
so
She's not going nowhere.
see, I ain't gonna say we ain't talking about that right now. What we think is gonna happen.
No,
So I'm gonna
we
say
can.
that.
We
Oh, can we?
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying
What I was
we're
gonna
talking
say,
about-
because I didn't know we
what I
were
was gonna
still
say
doing
was,
the
what I was
recaps.
gonna
So
say
we
was,
doing some of the
so
recaps,
we
so-
haven't seen Tariq. When do you think we'll see him again?
next episode. He'll be in the next episode.
If
Because
not,
I think
yeah,
it's a lot that's going to be happening with the fact that now Ghost and Tasha aren't pretty much together. She said she needed space. I think he's gonna be in it. She might go see him or something like that. So I think he'll be in the next episode.
But I wonder if he is in the next episode, is he gonna want to stay with Ghost or is he gonna want to stay with Tasha?
I think he's gonna want to stay with Ghost. Not because he wants to stay with Ghost, but because he thinks Ghost will start teaching him the game. Like we might start seeing. Remember the previews you seen before the season even started, where he was saying, "Teach me the game." I think that might be what's gonna happen in the next few episodes. He's gonna be like, "Look, you know, I'm in school, but I need you to teach me what's going on."
Or to stay close to his dad to see what kind of plans he has to get at Dre, so his little faggot self,
don't say
snitching
that.
self,
Don't say that, man.
he snitched.
Yeah,
he snitched.
yeah, he did. But
He
I'm saying,
snitched. But anyway, to find out what his dad got planned to get at Dre, so he can run.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
But so we were talking about the predictions. So when we're talking about Tariq, we gave out some predictions about if Tariq is still around, like how if Ghost and them find out that Tariq was warning Dre about everything, that could still happen based on our predictions.
Yeah,
it definitely can.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, a lot of this is like, the Jimenez, man, they're gonna go down soon. They might have got caught and they got released, but something's going on somehow. Because you saw even the sister, she was trying to set her brother up. Like, you could take him, you know what I'm saying, and just leave me out of it. He's like, because that's why she planted that gun. Yeah, she planted the gold gun so that he could get caught. But she didn't expect she was going to be there at the same time. I think she's been trying to set this up because I don't know, I feel like she has a thing for Dre or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he said, like, what do you have this thing with Dre? Like, what is going on? Like, why do you, she was like, you should leave him alone. Like he's making us bigger. He's making us expand. Like, why you keep, messing with him? Like, we need to get out of here and go back to where we were and, do what we were doing, basically. So, and
he's gonna end up doing something with that though. That he's gonna end up doing something with it.
Yeah, it might.
Well, since we're talking about that, how do you guys feel about, when that whole bust happened and everything seemed like it was solid, but then it fell apart?
Yeah. That dude that Angie met with, apparently, he's got some pull.
We already knew something was up with him.
Yeah.
We already knew that.
He's on it. He's gonna.
When he walked off the elevator, he was like a completely different. His whole presence was like, damn.
But the fact that we all basically thought that that he used her.
Yeah.
But he didn't though, because he actually had. You know what I'm saying?
It's like he used her, but he didn't have to.
I think what it was.
He could have just not ever did anything with her at all.
I think he
get some ass on the way.
Like
on the way, might as well. And steal your case
and
from
that's
you.
what I think. So I think he went there to find out information,
everything.
but then end up actually falling for it. But in the process, that's done. That's done.
Yeah.
That's done because she was getting ready to text him like, "You motherfucker," but then she deleted this shit, and I guess that's when she called.
Yeah, that was pretty funny when that happened.
Yeah, that was funny.
So, So what is one major prediction each of us has about what we think will happen in the next episode.
Man,
What do we think will happen in the next episode?
Well, part of it, this doesn't count for mine, but we'll see Tariq because we didn't see him this week. Maybe we'll see him just for a little bit.
Right. But
I don't expect to see him a whole lot. I mean, what do you think?
Because he's in school.
Yeah, he's definitely supposed to be in that school. So, I mean, I don't know.
I think what major one, I think that by Kanan telling the leader that, you know, basically telling the leader that stuff is not squashed yet.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna
with Tommy.
Yeah, I think that's with Tommy. And here's another thing. Remember what Ghost said? I have a plan. But we never knew what the plan was. Maybe the whole 50 thing, Kanan thing was actually Ghost's plan to make Tommy so dangerous that the Italians don't want to mess with him. Because remember, he said that.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the plan went sour because Kanan ended up killing them dudes, and he probably wasn't supposed to.
Right.
But he used, you know what I'm trying to say. I think he used the plan to his advantage. But I think that's gonna be a major thing for next episode. That whole Italian thing and you know, the fact that Tommy's so-called father is trying to get information out of him, and Tommy almost cracked. He almost cracked, and I think eventually he's gonna crack and he's gonna say something.
Yeah, and
then that's gonna mess up the whole thing that Ghost got going on, and you know, and then with the lawyer and all of that, it's you know.
All right, storyline wise, as far as characters, what do you think will happen next week as far as Ghost and Tate?
Oh, that's gonna be.
Their relationship is a pretty interesting one.
I mean, their relationship, but they never really had a relationship. It was more so for real. It was more so, to me, I think it was more of a business. Oh
yeah, I meant more like storyline, like when they're talking the kind of stuff they talk about.
It's gonna get a lot more tense.
It's gonna get
absolutely.
I definitely think Ghost is gonna start being a lot more vocal. Like he's gonna start being more assertive in what he's saying. And I think that he's still gonna try to find. I think he's still gonna find a way to try to get rid of Dre.
Yeah,
but like you said, by some way to make it like more like an accident.
I told you what's going. I told you.
So he's gonna try to set it up in some way.
He's gonna get a hitman. They're gonna try to
make it look like they get hit together.
Yeah, right. But he's gonna get shot somewhere like in the arm, and he's gonna get shot somewhere like in the chest or something.
Right. I don't know, man.
Oh, speaking of Dre. He's a fly dressing ass dude, isn't he?
I was thinking the same one. I don't know where he got that red suit from.
Before that one, he had like the blue with a little bit of red in it, and then the very next scene, he got the all red one. Yeah. Like he's like buttoning up as he's smiling Ghost's face and shit.
He's just out here just trying to stun on everybody. Fuck him, man. No, I'm joking, man. But for real, Timmy really doing his job on the show, man. You know, it's a lot of people on there that overall, this is probably the greatest show on TV. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can be debated. There's probably some other shows that people like more, but I mean, it's up there, man.
People actually wait and count the days till it premiered. I was one of them.
People, just like what you did, downloaded the app just for that show. I mean, obviously, you end up watching other things because you have it, but really the main thing that made you get it was because of the show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, gotta just give it up to stars, man.
Yeah, give it up to 50.
Give it up to Courtney Kemp, all the writing she does, man. The writer of the show is crazy, man.
Shout out to that whole team. Shout out to 50 and everybody.
Yeah. 50.
Y'all doing y'all thing.
Joseph Sikora, the Tori Naughton.
Yeah, all of y'all.
Yeah, man.
All right, so for next episode, what do we think Tasha's going to be up to?
Tasha got her own
or like, how much screen time will she get? What will she be up to?
She's gonna get a lot of screen time because now she don't have to sneak around.
Yeah.
And that lawyer is gonna be there more. He's gonna be there way more now. So she's gonna get a lot more. She's gonna have some screen time, a lot of screen time, because she's one of the main characters.
But I think she's gonna do a lot of like reflecting on like a lot of stuff that's happened in the past. And like her relationship with Ghost,
start over,
and all the stuff that she's going on. Because remember in the end when they had that little clip about what was going to happen in the next episode, you hear the lawyer saying something to her, basically saying, you know, why do you keep protecting him? You know, even through all this stuff that you've gone through and all this stuff that's happened, like you're still like willing to back him and like cover up for him almost. So, I mean, it's a lot, and I don't think Tasha's even going to go that route. Tasha is like, she's just distraught. I mean, she's upset. She's still in the mourning process. So I think it's going to be a lot that's going to happen, but I think she's still obviously attached to Ghost. She's known Ghost her whole entire life. So I don't think that all of a sudden, because she's in a mourning place and she's done with him, she's going to be like willing to just give up information or like incriminate herself or do anything like that. I think she's just going to be a lot more like, she's happy, like you said, she's free. Like she can go and hang out with this guy anytime she wants now.
She's not a snitch. She just doesn't want to be. She just doesn't want to be in that environment anymore. Yeah. She wants her own environment.
She doesn't want to be like a tool for him, for Ghost, where she's just being basically strung along for whatever he feels like he needs.
Or what about maybe like if she's with this guy now, like she'll probably use some of that to comfort her and help her. Yeah. But if he ever came at her like, hey, let's move somewhere way over here, she's like, no. Like I still have Ghost. Like Ghost is still
honestly, and I think if she does end up saying anything, which I doubt, it'll be to him. And then he's going to end up somehow using that to benefit himself.
But then we would hate Tasha, though. But we would hate her. We would wish bad things on her.
It's all
everything's fair game in this
But it's like this. But it's like this. When you are vulnerable like that, you know what I'm saying? When you are vulnerable like that, and then you finding comfort in another person, you feel comfortable enough to tell that person everything.
Yeah.
And then that person, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that person doesn't care about you, but sometimes that person uses that.
Yeah, she might slip
to gain. And I think he might. I think she might slip up.
Say, you know, she could.
I mean, even though he already knows. I mean, even though he pretty much already knows,
aware of things. Yeah, he can connect the dots to certain things. Yeah, you know, he's not dumb. You know, but
because he's gotten Ghost off. I think a trial or two.
Right. He's been involved in stuff. He said he was legal counsel for Ghost, so he knows a lot of stuff. But at the same time, he's not all the way aware. But being close to her, something could happen. You know.
Yep.
Something could happen.
All right. So what's going on with Tommy next episode? Tommy and his dad. What's going on with that next episode?
He's gonna get confronted.
Like Tommy's gonna confront his dad?
No. The Italians are gonna confront.
The Italians are gonna confront Tommy.
I'm mad I don't know that guy's name that sat down with Kanan.
Is it? Oh man, what is that guy?
Is that Vincent?
Yeah, Vincent.
Okay,
yeah, that's
Vincent.
his name.
When he sat down with Vincent, that's when he told him basically like, look, you know, that stuff that was going on with Tommy and the drug stuff that he was doing, that's not over with. You know, he hasn't stopped that yet. I know he told y'all he did, but he hasn't yet. So I think that might be something like you said. Vincent's probably gonna approach him, or he might even go to Tariq, or he might go to the other guy and tell him like, look, you know, he hasn't been straight with us. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't, you know, told us exactly what's going on. And, you know, we need to address this because he can't be coming to us and bringing issues to us or end up having us do things that, you know, we don't want to be involved in. So, you know, or they might just turn it into like it's disrespect times two because that one dude kind of helped him out in that situation where he got those two Italians killed. Remember,
he's gonna come for all of them. Vincent's gonna come for all of them.
He's gonna, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know, man. It's a lot going on, and these characters are like.
But if you notice,
doing so many different things.
But if you notice, Angie was looking at something, and then they said Thomas or Tommy or something.
That folder she had, I wasn't able to really see anything in it.
But when they said like, Tommy,
I saw
it. It was Thomas Egan's name.
Yeah,
and then next to it, it was Mock and Sack.
Yeah,
I saw that.
They had put a tracking device on him at some point. Is what that was saying.
Yeah,
and also another thing. What we're talking about, you know, with Proctor. You know, Proctor's finding out that Tariq may not be who he says he is. He might be a snitch because he found out that Mock obviously has some ties to him for why he got out. So there's a lot of people that are starting to figure out the things that they were kind of weary about. It's some stuff happening. I mean, Tommy's still not 100% aware, but that's kind of why Proctor told Ghost, stay away from Tommy at all costs. Don't do business with him. Don't be around him. Like you need to stay away because he could be involved in some stuff that you don't know about. because Teresi might be working with the feds, so you don't know.
But Ghost has no choice but to work with Tommy.
Well, one, because
he wants that money. No, seriously, he wants that 40% that he still owes.
Yeah.
I mean, that he still has to owe to the fund.
Because when he had that moment at the charity thing, the charity event at the club, when he just blacked out and he thought he saw Raina, and he went up to the girl in the crowd and turned her around, and everybody looked at him like he was like crazy. So he that's why he apparently with that messed up what all the donations could have been. So he was 40% short from what they needed.
He did a super botch on that.
Yeah, he messed up.
Like he let himself not be in control at the worst time.
He's impulsive. He thinks first. I mean, he acts first before he thinks a lot of times, which is not like him. Right now, that's why I said he's changed a lot because of all the stuff going on. Usually he would have thought that out, and he would have been able to, even if he didn't agree with Rashad, he would have sat and been like, you know what? You're right. I'm not in the right state of mind to do this. You should take care of this. Let me fall back and just kind of take care of the club situation, and we'll figure out what we need later on.
All right. What is Kanan gonna do next episode?
He's going to keep moving his way into the Italians.
He's going to keep doing what he's been doing.
He's going to keep moving his way into the Italians.
Is that what he's doing?
You know what I'm saying? He's going to get. I think him and Vincent are going to start talking a lot more. Yep. I think somehow he's going to just keep following through with what he's been trying to say he was going to do was get close to the Italians so he can get in and he can be the guy.
Yep. Because he doesn't. Because the thing about it, he really doesn't care.
You're the guy.
He doesn't really care about Ghost because he has nothing to gain by destroying Ghost because Ghost is not in the game.
Exactly. Pretty much.
He has nothing to gain.
Nope.
Yeah.
But who we didn't see? The Serbians. And they still, and Tommy still owes them, and Ghost
he was on the phone
Kanan,
with him.
Ghost and Kanan are still involved in that.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do about that?
They're cleaning the money up through the club. Yeah. So Tommy can pay him back. So it's
but you didn't see them though,
But Tommy's on the phone with him.
Though. Yeah, I know. So that's going to be another thing. They might be in the next episode. It's so many different connections and then the dude Arturo. They caught him, and he's the one that got the Jimenez caught up. So, it's a lot of things that could happen. He could end up giving up anybody else.
Because he gave up. He was like, that wasn't me. I need my lawyer. That wasn't me.
And then
that guy.
Yeah. Then he gave it up. Okay. Then he gave it up. That's how that Jimenez got caught. So,
all right. So, what's Angie going to be up to next episode?
Trying to fuck Ghost.
No, he you know what?
Wait for it. Don't wait for it. We'll give it to you now.
Seriously, we all know if you're a true Power fan, that's going to happen. Whether it happens next episode or whatever, that's going to happen. But I think for real, what's going to happen with them? They're going to start rebuilding their relationship again. Whether it's just a friendship or whatever it may be.
Do you think in the next episode it might show them at the bar and maybe we'll get to hear some of the dialogue and conversation because we didn't get to hear anything.
No,
we just saw them sat together.
You know what I'm gonna see? What we're gonna see?
There he goes.
They're gonna fuck.
Of course.
That's gonna be the next scene.
They're gonna do that.
That's gonna be like scene 1, episode 5. Scene 1, episode 5. Ghost, Angie, fuck. Hey, that's what it says in the script. I saw it. All right.
And you know what?
Spoilers.
You know what? And if that happens, I will love it.
It's good for ratings.
I'm a guy.
It's good for the story. It's a win for everyone.
You know what? We might
viewers.
We'll see that, a win for everyone. And then we'll probably see Tasha fucking the lawyer.
Yep.
We could see that too. They could really double up on the. It could be good. It could be really good.
And then what if we were to see Tommy and Keisha get back together? And it was like whole fucking.
That's a little stretch.
They would be like they'd be spoiling us by then. That's like they're giving it to us like too much.
Have the whole episode be like half
that's
half porn, half TV show.
No, but it's important for the storyline. That's what you guys have to understand.
But definitely. Ghost and Angie are going to rebuild their relationship again because they still haven't gotten over each other, and that's why she's doing the stuff that she's doing for Tasha. She didn't do it for the sake of Tasha. She did it really for the sake of Ghost and them kids. Ain't got nothing to do with Tasha for real, and Tasha know that, and Tasha can't stand her neither. So I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to end up rebuilding their friendship or whatever.
You think they're going to actually work together? Since Angie's a cop and Ghost is he's in the streets, but he's not as far as business.
I just thought about I just thought about something, Diz. I just thought about something, Rockstar.
Cool.
Remember how I was saying that Ghost has to find a way to get to Rashad? He got a plug because Angie can pull up anything on anybody.
I mean, that could happen. Their relationship is cool because she's a cop and he's he knows this stuff, so they kind of help each other in certain ways, even though they don't like it.
But here,
like,
but see, we so busy worrying about the main characters.
I thought we were worried about like the female like actresses being naked and getting nailed on screen.
We're forgetting totally about that New York cop that's still trying to build a case. Yeah, we forgot all about her.
As the episode was going off, you saw her open up that clipboard.
She didn't give him her little cabinet thing. She didn't give him all the information.
Secret area.
Oh, I forgot about her.
But that's gonna be. But see, with her though, that's gonna be a stretch too, because she's missing a lot.
She's missing all the holes. She can't connect none of the dots.
Having an idea and what you may think ain't nothing if you ain't got the evidence. And
then especially trying to prove whatever your theory is.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I said, it's right now, like this season by far, and it's supposed to be, but this season by far is the best season so far, you know, and I'm loving it, you know.
How many episodes is each season?
The last seasons I think 10, mostly had 10.
Yeah, 10.
I think that, like I said,
we could be halfway done almost already.
I doubt it. Something tells me this season's gonna be longer. By the way these episodes keep ending so weirdly, and like seems like they're just like cutting them off. Like the last one.
No, what I meant to say was, what about like mid-season finale?
Oh no, I don't know. I think there might be close to 12 to 13 episodes.
Yeah, I think so too, because of the.
I think they're going to extend the season.
Because if you look at the previous seasons, it was kind of fast.
Yeah,
you know,
every episode I feel like kind of ended on a way where it was like, oh God, what's going to happen next? Like this one, like they're ending it kind of slow. Like the last episode, they ended with Tommy and his dad getting in the car and they just drive off.
Yep.
This episode it ends with Ghost and Angie sitting at a bar. Like it's really calm ways of ending episodes. They're not like high, like a lot of stuff.
It's like calm, but it kind of means something.
Yeah, it's developing for whatever.
It doesn't end with it doesn't really end with a bang. It kind of ends with like a seed being planted for later.
Right. They got a lot. They got everybody messed up in the game right now.
But yeah, I think it's going well.
What other characters? What other characters are there?
That's pretty much all of them.
We can do this all.
I mean, honestly,
and I really don't want to. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, we pretty much did a recap. We pretty much said what we think is going to happen.
Yep.
All I can say is if you haven't seen the episode, sucks for you.
Yeah.
Because we just told you everything.
You got to see it now. You're welcome.
Sorry, not sorry.
So that's how that goes.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, this is Beat as the Rockstar, part of Super Obvious.
C.M.P.
It's your boy, Werds Illah, the Werds Illah podcast. And that's what we got for y'all.
Yeah, make sure you like the channel, subscribe, comment. Make sure you like the Werds Illah podcast. Subscribe, comment, like.
Yeah. That's what it is, man.
Peace and love.